Next category is legends. Awarded legends. What about legends? There's a few legends in this place, I'll tell you. Next, this was awarded to 3 individuals, male or female, who have achieved fame as a respected surfer, considered a legend or pioneer. The first legend, Mr. Ricky Carroll. These guys all want discounts on their next surfboard. Ricky is one hard-working and fun-loving mofo. His mild-mannered disposition hides the fact that he's a consummate competitor. Over the years, he has won several national surfing titles in multiple divisions that include shortboard, longboard, paddle racing, kneeboard, and windsurfing. But his passion lies in manufacturing high-quality surfboards. During his time as a pro surfer, Carroll was shaping and building surfboards for Natural Art until he got smart enough to start his own label, Ricky Carroll Surfboards, and his now famous factory in Rockledge, where he holds fundraising events for charities all the time. Today, he continues to manufacture his name brand surfboards as well as producing under the license Donald Takayama Surfboards, Local Motion Surfboards, Surfboards for Ronnie, and Black Rose Surfboards. Ricky quite firmly established himself at the top of the international surfboard manufacturing community after winning the Icons of Foam Tribute to the Masters Shape-Off at the Sacred Craft Surf Show in San Diego in 2007, 2008, 2012. He also won the Chunk of Foam Shaping Challenge at the Boardroom Show during Surf Expo in 2013. That's 4 shaping titles. They never heard of him in California. Satellite Peaks is Ricky Carroll. Carroll is now the host and head judge at the Florida Shape-Off held annually at the January Surf Expo. You all know about the shaping booth. Stop by there and watch the action as these guys try to live up to what Ricky Carroll has already done. Ricky believes in giving back to the sport that has given him so much. Through the years, he has supported numerous organizations and charity events with funding, time, and sponsorships, including the ESA, Surfrider Foundation, local schools, and a myriad of other events. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my extreme honor to introduce Ricky Carroll.
That rowdy bunch in the back, they build my surfboards. Truly an honor. I don't have anything to read off of or any prepared speech. But before I thank the first person that I have to give acknowledgement to, I'm going to say something that's going to surprise some people, but it has to be said in order for me to show what you'll see what I'm talking about, I hope. Sometimes this industry, lack of a better word, I'll call it the surf industry. Sometimes this industry, building boards can be really hard. It can be really stressful. It can take its toll on your family and friends, and sometimes this industry sucks. Don't go on social media and say Ricky Carroll said the surf industry sucks. I had to say that because for someone like me who builds surfboards, yeah, it can suck sometimes. But there's someone here who it actually can be a lot harder on. And I'd like to ask you to show the same appreciation that you just did for me, for my wife, Carroll. She's been a part of this ride, part of this journey for the whole time, and it's not easy. Build surfboards is not easy. Everybody thinks it's a glamorous job, but it's hard work. My son Dane is here, and my other son Tyler could make it, but I'd like to say I didn't win any Father of the Year trophies when I was chasing other kind of trophies up and down the coast. And I'm proud of both my sons, and my son Dane, I'm a grandpa now. And a beautiful granddaughter Carson, love her to death. I wish that there's a few people that could be here tonight to see this. First, my mom. She passed away just about a year and a half ago. I know she was always proud of me. She always told people, "Oh, my son, he's that surfboard guy. Everybody knows who he is." And she had no problem telling everybody about me, and I know she would be proud. My dad passed away a long time ago, and I would tell a quick story. I'm working as an auto mechanic in high school at a local car dealership, and the East Coast Surfing Champions came up, and so I had to quit my job in order to compete in the championships. So I quit my job, drove up to Hatteras, surfed in the championships, came back, got a job at another car dealership. Next year came East Coast Surfing Championships. What do? Quit my job. When I come back from that, my dad's like, "So what are you gonna do now?" And I'm like, "I think I'm gonna make surfboards." And he was like, "You're kidding me. What? You quit your job as an auto mechanic and you're gonna make surfboards?" And I quote you, this is what he said to me: "You're throwing your life away." Sometimes your parents don't have all the information in front of them to make a guided decision, but my dad didn't live long enough to see my success in this industry, but I know he'd be proud right now. I wish Cecil Lear was here to see this. Cecil's a great friend, and he started this whole thing, and we talked a lot about being inducted or not being inducted, and I wish he was here. I got a text from Mary Lou the other day, and she congratulated me, told me that she couldn't be here, but she was happy for me, and I was stoked to hear from her. She's doing great. I guess the next thing I'd like to say, we'll start with how I got started in this whole thing. It was 1973. I was 13 years old, riding my bike from Lums down the street back to my house, and I see this person shaping a surfboard in a carport. So I stopped and I'm watching them like, what's going on there? And I walked up and watched this person shape a surfboard, and I stood there in amazement, and I was so inspired by this that I could do that. I think I could do that. I just watched it happen. I know how to do that. And this person is in the Hall of Fame. Mary Ann Hayes, first person I ever saw shape a surfboard. She couldn't be here tonight. She sent me her thanks and congratulations, but I have to thank her and tell her and everybody that she didn't change my life. She made my life. And I'm beyond grateful for that. So I come back from the Championships, and a good friend of mine, Bob Roman, says, "Hey, what are you doing?" "I'm going out to the Natural Art Factory at night, do some ding repair and some hot coats. You want to come?" I said, "Yeah, why not?" So I went out to the Natural Art Factory and helped Bob do some ding repair and some hot coats and whatever. Started working there for a little while at night, and it was kind of fun. And I had built surfboards for many years before that on my own in my mom's carport. That was what I did. It was just fun. I didn't really know about this whole industry. I didn't know anything about, production surfboards and stuff like that. And so Bob kind of introduced me to that, which introduced me to Pete Dooley and Debbie Dooley, who I have thanked a lot for my career. Pete gave me the chance to shape, at the shop, and it was, the start of, I guess, my shaping career. Funny story, when I was working for Pete, his brother Joe Dooley, he was the factory manager, and Chris Birch was the one that started showing me how to polish surfboards. So I was a polisher, dream job. And those that know me, I play the drums in a band, Music is another passion of mine. And so I was playing with a band at the time that I got hired to work at Natural Art. I hadn't been there very long. And Joe Dooley was the factory manager. He was also the laminator. And I came in late to work one day, and I thought I could sneak by him without him seeing me. And he's in the middle of the lamination. He rips off his respirator, looks over at me and goes, "Hey, what's it gonna be, a rock star or a polisher?" I was like, "I don't know, Joe. Rock star sounds pretty good right about now." But part about that story that's so ironic is, at the time, I didn't even think this, but the band I was playing with decided, they came to me and said, "Hey, we're gonna do this little tour, and can you be gone for a couple months?" And I'm like, "I just got this job building surfboards, but polisher or rock star, I don't know." And so you can tell what I chose. I'm not a rock star. So it was pretty ironic that he said that, because I actually had to change. I had to choose to change my life. I could have gone out, maybe been a rock star and been playing some washed-up tribute band right now, but I think I made the right choice. So after working in Natural Art for a while, I had a buddy working there, and he was the one that convinced me that it was time to go and start my own business. And that's Dusty Simmons. He's here tonight. People often ask, what's R&D stand for? It's real simple, Ricky and Dusty. That's it. So we started R&D Surf, and things happened. We got the locomotion contract of building locomotion boards, and things grew and just blossomed from there. And a bunch of hard work, a bunch of dedication, and here we are. During a time working there, I had a lot of great people who used to work for me. A lot of them are here tonight. I'm really stoked to see you guys show up and show your support. Mark Baker, Jeff Schumann, Chris Birch, Tommy Moss still works for me. Jesse Fernandez used to shape for me. So a lot of great people come through the factory. And I also got to say, rest in peace, Matty McDaniel. Rest in peace, Dave Hamilton. And just recently, great friend, rest in peace, Andy Webb. All employees that work for me. Got a batch of employees back here, that rowdy bunch that work for me now.
That's the polisher.
That's the polisher. He's hoping to be a rock star one day. I'm getting to wrap it up. Isn't that a song by... I'd like to congratulate my class inductees. Great bunch of people. I know them all, you know, everybody here I know. So I'm really happy to be inducted with them. I'll finish with this. Over the last few years, people would come up to me, they'd meet me or see me somewhere, they'd recognize me and come up, "Hey, aren't you Ricky Carroll?" I'd be like, "Yeah, so what's it to you?" I didn't say that, but. And they would say, "Hey, you're a," and this word would come out of their mouth. And I was like, the first time I heard it, I didn't even know how to process it. I didn't even know how to fathom it. I was like, okay, you know. And then it happened again. And I'd hear it again. Somebody come up to, "Hey, Ricky Carroll, you're a," the word wasn't asshole. Some of you might think that wasn't the word. So now that I'm being inducted into the East Coast Surfing Hall of Fame as a legend, I still don't know how to take that word, you know, it's just beyond me, you know. I thought you had to be dead for 100 years before you could be called a legend. So what I'd like to say is, it's an honor for me. I will share this moment and everybody that came here. Look at this room, you know, it's standing room only. It's so great to see everybody. And living up to this honor, this title, I'll try not to act like an asshole. Thank you.